We are just getting in here, walking around, looking at stuff. I really want to try and work on that waterfall today and try and get me a couple of, or find me a couple of different rocks actually. And that's here. Got this one, big one here, this one here. I found these. Work. What we're going to do is they're just a little bit bigger than these that we got up here. What's going on, Jeremy? Stutter, what's up? We're playing this morning a little bit, or this evening. What time is it? 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's this evening. It's afternoon here on the East Coast. What's going on, Ozzy? What's up? What's up? Cheerio. Billings. What's up? So I've been playing with these rocks here. I got a bigger one here, so you can see how much bigger. You can see how much that changes the flow. Big difference. I'm wondering if I set this one here bigger. This is gonna lower the splash. Depending on where I set these rocks, really depends on where and how much splash we get, how much flow we get out through here. Let's get both of them down here. What happens? We get a lot more flow coming out through that. See, so when it backflows here, it goes under. So it doesn't come back up to the pipe. So the backflow goes under that and comes out right here. But with this, we're trying to get the best splash we can, or I'm trying to reduce some of it, to be honest with you. Let's see, when I remove this one here, kind of wants to backflow under this rock and run this way. And it was hitting here, and this was basically a river running down through here because it was just so much splash building up over time. It would create a water and it would hit here and run on down in there. That really slows that splash up right there though. Kind of sounds smooth, a lot smoother, you know what I mean? It's hitting this rock first. Most of that's hitting that rock first. Let me go around the other side. I kind of like that. Let's see what it looks like from the other side. Got some wheatgrass, sprouting seeds. Yeah. I got some stuff coming in. We gotta really get some roots in here. That's what we're looking for. We need roots. The faster we can get roots in this soil, the better we're gonna be. Oh yeah, I like that. That really turns it. Makes everything kind of go that way instead of coming this way. So I might even lose this whole splash zone right here. But if I want to get it back, I can always just, now I know, I can just move that rock over to this side, and that will increase the splash. I noticed that the bubble content slowed down, not creating as much bubble. See that backflow line coming off the left side there? It almost wants to get to that corner, but it doesn't. I like that. Kind of gives it a, kind of falls behind that rock. Really get a lot of turbulence up in there too. A lot more than what we were. Before, that flow was coming off that rock a lot harder and hitting on top of there and hitting on top of that round rock there and splashing. It was hitting off that log, we moved that, but it's still hitting that. But now it's hitting towards the back and really splashing towards the back. So that's almost even better. Let's make sure we don't have any leaks behind there. I don't know if water's ever been up that high. So I got a hole here. I can go in with the dehu, or a hole here we made. So we can go in with the dehu. We're just going to run a line out of here. But we're going to have to raise this up enough to get it to gravity feed. That's why I was thinking about just right here, going through that back wall right there, dumping it in. It would come through right here. We're up at the top of the mountain. Let's see, we got this running and we're almost full. So we might as well go ahead and change this out, dump it. I'm not going to do what I did yesterday and dump it all down the side of the back wall here. We're a little bit smarter this time. We'll just carry it on over here. Easy. You got it set at 60, and it was 60% humidity in here. 78 degrees, 60% humidity. VPD was around 120. It's almost perfect in here, actually. Look at the jasmine hanging off the back there. Freaking crazy. What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Started a little bit later today. Like 45 minutes. I wasn't starting at 2. I was trying to figure out the best time to go live. I don't ever really know. It's kind of just a crapshoot. I figured just go when you're ready to go, you know what I mean? Pretty soon we'll be getting new cameras in here. We're going to get, hopefully, live cameras. I'm going to get me some cameras that we can set up like here in the corners for the turtles, digger cam, and Monstera falling over cam, shit like that. We'll get there when we get construction done. Well, construction's pretty much, we're dialing in right now. Letting the pond, you can see the pump from here. That's good. Oh yeah, the splash has a lot to do with a lot more than we probably think, than you could ever imagine. What are you doing down here? We need to get you a pole. We need a pole. I was using this magnolia pod, just kind of keep it from, I don't know how it got over there. We got our succulent here. We got our wires up off of the floor so the digger can't get to those. And then he's got, this is the floor, so we're way up off the ground. He is probably, yeah, he's deep up in this hole today. Way back up in there. Oh no, he's not. There he is. Must be looking at something else. What are you doing, Dig? Trying to get the fuck out of here. Scoping out his boundaries. All animals would do that, wouldn't you? Scope out your boundaries, explore a little bit. What's up, Scoot? Cooter's over there. Cooter's over there. So this is just a one pump system. That one pump over there pumps water up, and that water comes out over there. And then comes through the creek zone through there, comes on down through there, comes on around, so it gets back around here, dumps back in. So there is no filtration box whatsoever. The creek is our filtration box. We have a few Chemi Pure bags, and then we have just a nitrate pad there, just a big, kind of like a big last minute poo catcher there. And there's Willie. Ooh, a gold one. Those are dairy cows, but I haven't seen a gold one yet. That's on focusing. There's a hybrid. Look at the springtails. You thought it was just isopods there, but hold on. The mite. There's the springtail right. Well, saw him. Yeah, there they are. No, that's a mite. It's not a springtail. Tiny little fuckers. Those are the workhorses. Those are the big guys. Those are just the ones you can see. Don't forget, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we'll be live on here. Me and Mo will be live on the channel. Soil Discoveries, our new channel, episode 1. We're going to do episode 1 tomorrow. Just going to kind of introduce ourselves and introduce the microscope and kind of just tell you what we're all about and what we're going to be doing. And who knows, it could grow into something pretty cool. Our sponsor is APSUsoil.com, sponsoring this garden here, and pretty much the whole grove. But okay, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, we were going to put some grass seed. Then I was going to what was I going to do? I'm going to figure it out. I'm just going to throw a little bit of this wheatgrass around the edges here. I'm not going to go crazy with it. Let's see here. The wheatgrass, get some roots going in here. Put a little around the edge too here. Put any up there. We're gonna have herbs and stuff up there. We'll put a little right here. And I think that's all we need. We'll water that in. We haven't really done much with the water. Let's do the little one. We'll use this water. Stealing a little water from the pond. You know we got beneficials in there. Microbes like the labs and Carbonalis alpha bacteria. We got the Microbes Plus from Brandon Russ in there. All getting to work. A little bit of sweet potato there. Got a little sweet potato going right there. Get this wet again. Let's put that up against the wall there. So that'll be the first place it dries out. Appreciate it, Ray Dub. Yeah, it's coming along. I don't know what day we are. I kind of stopped counting. Kind of stopped counting. Probably like days since I started. I mean, well, we turned it off, turned it back on, turned it off, turned it back on. You know how it is. sure the sides turn. The side edges are the first things that go hydrophobic. That's why I like to put that sand and silt around the edge. You put that sand and silt around the edge, it really helps to hold that moisture around the edge, because the soil wants to contract on itself. It's like it's constantly eating itself. So it's going to reduce, basically, be pulling away from the edges, contracting. As we get roots in there, it'll start to contract and pull off the edges of the side of the walls. That allows some air to get down there, but it also allows for it to dry out really fast. And drying out's not cool. So you put this sand and silt around the edge, and it holds moisture like crazy. It's all around good. Seeds will pop in it, grass will grow in it. Pretty good stuff. I'm glad I have it on my property. Because believe me, if I didn't have this stuff on my property right now, you would not be looking at this. Because this is the key. That's the key to the whole moisture wicking and water wicking. And you get that right, and you get the right amount, and you get it connected to your soil properly, you're golden. It'll stay wet all the time. You won't have to fuck with it. All you gotta do is keep the creek clean, keep the water going across there clean, keep it nice and oxygenization, dissolved oxygen, all that good shit. You know what. Be good. Now we gotta water this side too. What are you looking at? What's going on, everybody? Hoss. Everybody in chat. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, I don't know where that pea gravel comes from. Yeah, it's definitely in there for sure. You want to buy the bags, you can definitely wash that pea gravel out. At the bottom, that's basically where whatever company is dredging it, where they're dredging it from. What I get, the pea gravel I got in here comes dredged out of the James River. There's a place called Schneiber's here. They do all kinds of mulches, and it's a mulch company basically, but they handle pea gravel and all that stuff, and the company that dredges it out of the James River. This pea gravel, that's where the pea gravel comes from. The sand and silt here, this comes from my property. I live on a freshwater reservoir, and down at the bottom of the hill there, you can walk along the edge of the creek that feeds into the reservoir. This is an underground kind of like creek that comes down and flows from underground and kind of breaks from underground and then spreads out, and then kind of flows out into the reservoir. Well, you can walk around the edge, and that's what this stuff is, just what you find around the edge. Except I have to do a lot of stuff to it. Like I basically compost it before we bring it in here. So once you bring it in, it smells like a swamp. It'll stink to high heaven. And basically that's why. It's a swamp. It's stagnant biology, basically. No air, mud. Bring it up in bucket, spread it out on my asphalt driveway and let the sun cook all that out for about a week or 2 weeks, depending on how hot it is. But it'll change color completely. It'll go from a black funk to a clean sand, pure, almost white sand like this here. Yeah, it just looks, and it's silky, and it holds water like crazy. You connect it, this is the only spot I have connected. It'll wick that water right on up out of there, keep all this moist, and it'll also keep this top moist. And I just watered it, of course, but it'll continue to pull that water right on up through that sand and silt into your soil. You have about maybe a, I don't know, 5 to 6 inch spread of that moisture just on the top where it'll come in and wick, and it'll kind of pull out to right around in this area. And then you can connect another one over here, and then that'll keep this area nice and moist. Really, we're just trying to keep the biology happy, and they just need a little bit of moisture. Over here it's kind of the same, you know, everything hangs out along the edge of the creek. Everything wants to hang out right around in here. There's the old earwig. So they're going to create tunnels for us. And they're eating organic matter and all that fresh sand and silt we got in here. Well, it was fresh, so they devour it. All that fresh, you can see the color change. They haven't quite gotten to that yet, but it will turn into basically like just worm castings like this over here. And if you move, you'll always find something. So it's constantly moist, so they love it. And the biology can build, but as it builds, we don't have a replenish, like we have to replenish. So what I've noticed is that once all of the fresh sand and silt gets devoured by all the critters and worms and everything, they leave and come back over to here into the soil and start doing their thing over here. But this will start to slowly break down into mud because those air tunnels aren't being provided anymore. But as soon as we put some fresh sand and silt right down in there, the worms come back. The air channels start to form again, everything starts to aerate again. That dissolved oxygen coming in from the creek and be taking all the nutrients that are being provided by the algae along the edges of the creek. You see the edges of the creek are starting to get that string algae. That is exactly what we want. That string algae is catching a lot of that poo, a lot of that ammonia and all that nitrate and all that stuff coming from the pond that needs to be cleaned before it gets back to the pond. And all this biology in the creek from up there to down here is what's cleaning it. And I crashed it about 22 days ago. Simply by taking the blue light away and added in the red. And that cooked the cyanobacteria, cooked the algae, and off to the shit house we went. And that's just what we learned. So we went back to the blue, did a quick water change over the course of 4 days, and look what happened. About a month later, we are green on the edges again, starting to pull that dissolved oxygen a whole lot better. The worms have come back. We disconnected a lot around the edge just because this had built up so much. Like this it's all roots. Like from that, my thumb is on the top of the creek wall right here. That's how much sand and silt is on top of that, like an inch. So the grass is holding all this together. But what it also does is wick a tremendous amount of water. And this, if the worms aren't there creating those oxygen holes, it'll turn to mud. shut down. All the biology in there will stop cycling nutrients and go into protection mode where they cyst up. And you can see it in the microscope. That's what we're going to be looking at tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You can actually see the difference from when I was cycling nutrients hardcore and everything was super green to everything almost cysting up, stopping, shutting down, and going into hibernation mode, going into that mode where, they're survival. They're in survival mode, basically. They can't breathe. You start seeing shit go crazy. Yeah, it's wild to look at. And if you know what you're looking at, you can really diagnose the problem and fix the problem. Know exactly what happened, and then that way we have the information not to have, now we know what we don't do again. You know what I mean? Like I saw it happening, and I was like, it all started when I flipped that light, and then I noticed like my shrimp died and then the algae gone. I was like, what the fuck? And then Mo and everybody in that little panel, I told them exactly what was happening. We were watching the video, and they were like, we know exactly what's happening. that deep red was like a laser beam, and that water reflects that, not reflects, but intensifies that, like tenfold. So the algae really took a hit. When the algae took a hit, the cleaning stopped. When the cleaning stopped, everything, of course, takes a shit, shuts down, we lose oxygen. We can't breathe. Everything goes into survival mode. But I think we saved the plants. I mean, the flowers look good. They're terpy as shit. The leaves look bad. I mean, we're drooping just because I don't have any support because I'm lazy. And I like them dangling myself. And that gives these lowers light. Instead of dangling them up, taking these farther away from the light, I just can let them dangle and then crank the light up. So that allows me, if I can get them down here level with these, that means I can crank the light up and not worry about fucking these up or burning them or whatever. But with that blue light, we're not going to burn them. But these are raspberry deadheads. This is the top here. And they're clumping up nicely. Nice tight bud. Nice terps. Very frosty. So, I mean, I can't complain with the terp. I mean, they're funky. They got that OG berry funk going on. We got these just sitting on the dog film. But they look good. Yeah. They're not getting eaten by bugs. Right in my face. So the water comes in back there. Behe water drips in from right just above. You can't really see it. The ivy has taken over. And then it goes through that big mound of grass there, and then it starts its journey on down. See the roots from the lucky. This is lucky bamboo. This is one of the first things we put in the creek. Started off down here. That's what we started off with, and it branched off this. It came on up like a fucking corn stalk now. I think it's probably time to start taking this down. Jasmine. This is pink jasmine. Yeah, flowers are. I'm excited about those. I think we saved them for sure. Black soldier fly. Look at the difference in the light. That's just the cool blue one right there. You can kind of almost see the oranges and the reds and the purples and the greens. I can only see it through the camera. When I look at it with my eyes, all I see is kind of blue-white, a little bit of green. So I look at it through the camera and see like all kinds of colors. Like these are the ones, the older ones. Just a cool blue one. These over here in the middle. And we got the orange Aline over here from OK Calyx. This one's pretty. OK Calyx never disappoints. I mean, this is the plant that took the hardest hit when it came to lockout. I mean, that's what we did. We locked out. You can see burnt tips, curled. We got too much water with not enough oxygen. You can have all the water in the world down in that root zone if you've got oxygen going with it. You got the right biology going. You got the right environment. You flood that shit all day. I mean, they do it in aeroponics. You got those roots breathing, aerating in that water. Doesn't matter if they're in soil or not. There's biology down there that can take care of that. It's just, we got to know, like purple non-sulfur bacteria, they like to fix problems. Labs like to fix problems. That algae loves to fix problems. All these things down along that creek's edge. This is why that creek grass can really take off. And when you can see that if it's not right, when we crash it, it turns yellow, it dies off. It can't breathe. The bacteria was just killed off. And when we flip the green lights, the lights back, add it back in, the cyanobacteria, the photosynthetic bacteria, all these things that like to help us out here in the real world by creating oxygen, amongst other things. But I'm not that smart. You gotta talk. That's why I got Mo coming on Thursday. Mo's coming on to explain at least what he knows, and we're here to learn too. We're gonna have, hope to have guests on, you know, get the microscope, get people to send in their soil. You can send in your soil if you want to get us to look at it. You can come on the show, have you on the show. Look at that one there. Just resting on the empress tree. Yeah, we're gonna get some glasses. We're gonna get new everything. I'm gonna get new cameras. We're gonna have live cameras in here all the time. We're gonna get some meta glasses. We'll get all that stuff in due time. I'm not much on technology, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to technology. So, slowly but surely we'll get there. Once I get all this built, get it where I want, we can set cameras up. I'll have fish cam, I'll have turtle cam, I'll have digger cam, we'll have plant cam. You'll be able to go to my website and look at all that shit. We'll go live pretty much. I'll have live cam in here. You'll be able to just on YouTube. You know. Did I forget to water something? I watered everything, didn't I? Yeah. Except for over there. It's good. Look at this thing. Look at this piece. It's big. I mean, I just got it right there in the top of that. She's wet. She's wet. 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 Wet, it says it's wet. Check out these. This is from our sponsor, APSU. We got, this is what is available on his website. He's got desert biome for the mammals and reptiles. He's got the forest biome, the bog plant. We're going to be using some of this. The island biome, desert plants for cactuses. And we got tropical plants over there. We've got some of his turbocharged flower bloom. But this bog plant, this is what I was looking at. This. That's Microbes Plus photosynthetic bacteria. That's what we killed off with our Grandmaster routine over there. So that killed off all of that. So we had to get this. Purple non-sulfur bacteria and Microbes Plus to replenish. And the bog plant here, this has got this is for inspired by Virginia's Great Dismal Swamp, home to some of the most resilient carnivorous bog species on Earth, and he is correct. So this here, it's got everything we need. Top off with. This holds a tremendous amount of water, and it's meant to hold. It's got biology in it, it's got fungi in it. Got all that good benefit. It's got, let's see, this mix is rich with beneficial fungi, microbes, and organic compounds that keep roots thriving and holds moisture like a sponge. Breathes like fresh air and helps defend against harmful fungi, bringing pure swamp vibes into your home. Yippee-ki-yay. So, take that, and we will put it in our bog, in our swamp, in our dismal swamp. That's going to help break this up. There's a cannabis root right there. I don't want to mess with that. So, we're not going to do that. Now we're going to wait for these. We're going to cut these down, of course, before we redo anything. This one's way behind. And take in mind, too, that we have not, this is our 5th run of cannabis, and I haven't amended anything. So this is the 5th run with just chop and plug, chop and plug, chop and plug, chop and plug. And we're getting to that point now where you can see that we're going to need to amend. Buds just aren't getting as full. They're way behind. This one was way behind always, but, you know, we just, we did take a crash too, so that's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard to tell, but we're definitely going to re-amend. Definitely going to put some good stuff in there, you know, just APSU, living soil, and some of that bog. We'll mix some of the living soil up with the bog soil, and just chicken scratch it on top, and be good to go. Go down some more cover. Be good to go. Let's check out our Monstera. The new baby here. Look how beautiful that is. She's coming on out. Pretty soon she'll be like just as big as her mama here, 3-footer. to be selling some of these damn things. Takes cuts. Who wants a piece of Monstera? It gets big. You better have room. Well, this one get big. This one got big anyway. I've never seen one get that big before, but it's never had actual, like, a good environment to be in. I mean, look at it back here. See our aloe way down there. Aloe don't like a lot of light. It's a good thing. Oh, I know what we were gonna do. We gotta water this over here. That's what we were gonna do. We're gonna water this. And steel out of here, and then we can just fill this back up. Fill this back up with fresh water anyway. There we go. That might be enough. Oh yeah, I like that. Keep that biology happy. We have to do that like probably once a week. I'll pour water around there. We don't want to get it dry. We don't want nothing really drying out. No drybacks going on in here. Biology likes water. What's up, Galaxy? What's up, Ruins? The mechanic, haven't been keeping up with chat. Sorry, Christopher, Jerry, Ron. Yep, appreciate you guys. Mr. Who. Appreciate everybody stopping in. I'm scrolling down right now. Georgia. Hoss Farms, Jose, Dubs, Airman, everybody that stops in. Appreciate you guys. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, me and Mo, Agro Soil, on this channel, we are going to be launching a new show called Soil Discoveries, and we're going to be just looking for microbes. We're on a microbe hunt. And a lot of other things too, you know. It'll be fun. It should be fun. We're going to try and make it fun, a little different, you know. Something to look at other than just a couple of guys talking to one another. To be able to see what we're talking about. I'll be in the grow here for the first hour. Like while we're in flower, I only have 12. My flights go out at 7. I couldn't change them more than an hour because I got to get up in the morning anyway, so I couldn't have them coming on at 8. But I got them coming on at 7. So I was coming on at 6. Now I can just come. They're going to come on at 7 and go off at 7. And give me an hour in here. So I'll be in here for the first hour of the show. And then I'll just flip on out of here and go to the office. To my living room, which is the office. Clear and scooter. I mean, this pond in here looks crystal clear. Let me change this. What's up, Kidder? You tell me them boys and girls ain't got it made in there. They got the ultimate hangout in here. You don't really realize how big and how much room they actually have. They have a lot of room. I mean, plenty of room to move around, do what they got to do. What the hell's going on? What the hell's that big black stick coming down here? No more turtles. I ain't doing no more turtles. We can't, the only thing about turtles is you really can't have any water plants. Like, I can't have lilies, I can't have, I mean, the only thing they won't eat is this grass here, which I have here, which they still munch on. But, yeah, turtles like to eat. And they eat just about anything. So we're just doing fish over here. We're going to do, I'm going to set it up in an aquascape. You know, we're going to have logs and stuff in there with things to hide. And we'll have shrimp in the creek, just like over here, and all that. Everything in the fish pond is basically going to be edible. I'm doing crappie and bluegill. So my plan is to be able to come in here and harvest 2 fish, a couple of tomatoes, maybe a cucumber, some beans. We got a little sweet potato action going on over here. I got some okra, some carrots. Then I got herbs. We're gonna have an herb garden from up there all the way down. We got basil up there now. We can do other things, you know, chives and all kinds of stuff. We've got plenty of room in here to do whatever we want to do. But right now I'm in 12 hours of light. So I don't know what the tomatoes are going to do. And once we flip back and go to probably like 16 hours of light, I was thinking 16. I think that's pretty much all I get here. Really around here I get about 14 and a half of sun. The sun comes up usually, you know, I mean, morning it's like 5:45-ish, somewhere around in there, and then it's down by like 8:30, so 6 to 6 is 12, so 14, like 14 and a half, maybe 15. So I could probably run 15 hours on, and then when I go to flower, just kick it back to 12 for the cannabis. Shouldn't affect anything in here. Everything else should react normally, but I just need to get this out of here first. This is day 51, so I'm thinking I got another 20 days, you know, maybe 25 days, I hope, over here, and then we can bring in the vegetables, start a whole new run with the cannabis. So we'll be starting babies at the same time, and we can start the cycle going. You know, the cannabis is really the only thing that we really are flipping lights for. Everything else will just do it on its own most of the time. Tomato, I know, did. Tomato didn't give a shit. I was in 18 hours of light. That thing went to flower. It produced. It did everything it was supposed to do. It was like an auto flower. What are y'all talking about? I'm rambling. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else. We just planted my seeds, watered my seed. I don't really have much to do over here. Everything has been done. other than just walking around picking that shit, staring at shit. That's what I like to do, though. Smelling my hands. Smell funky. Smell good funk. Got good funk. So we did recover from the crash. We got good, see the dichondra grass coming back over on the edge of the creek? That was all dead. See where we disconnected, but that dichondra grass is coming back, giving us fresh roots. And that's what we want. Get them roots in the ground. Those roots will take care of a lot of different things, aeration, all kinds of things down there. Pumping carbon down through there, doing all kinds of stuff. Who knows? Only God knows what's really going on. Could have went to Nashville. Y'all would have told me to stick to my day job, probably. See where we killed off all that. But it may come back. We found that in the woods around here. How that got up here, we don't know. I was walking through the woods around here, and it just happened to be sitting there in the middle of nowhere. Seagull must have dropped it off or something. And we are dangling. We were just letting the boys and girls dangle. Free balling. Get it, girl. Girls. I like that splash. I really do. It's pulling it in instead of like letting it splash on that rock. So I think that's, I mean, we're getting a little splash out here, but it's not nowhere near what it was. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit, but not much. Nothing to be concerned about. It's really back, you can see it back flowing back up in there now. Really creating that oxygen up in there. Let me remove this and see what happens. That up. I'm not sure. There we go. Like that. This one was too high. Now we got a nice little pool there. And got an extra rock out of it. Put that there. see where we're creating those channels, those trap pools. Here, there, there, over there. We got kind of a straight shot going down through here. But if we just did that, we could create another one right there. And just let this come on down. We're really getting a good, nice little turbulent right there. Let's see the bubbles. Let's watch the bubbles. The bubbles give us a good indication of what's going on. And if we got good line, the bubbles going all the way around. I know we're doing good. We can trap a few more right in here. So I just don't think I have tall enough rock right here. Maybe we can just arrange them a little differently. See how some of them are coming in now? So I want them to kind of split that. Get trapped up in this little cubby here where this grass is. This will be another little trap area. Dig out a little hole here. So what I'm trying to do is get us a little swirl pool, a little whirlpool going. And bubbles come in, they'll kind of swirl around. Let's see, if I can find something. Let's see what we can do. It's too big, but wants to sit there. It comes in from here. Whoops. We need different ones. Maybe a big rock, a small rock, a white rock. Let's see. Let's play. Let's play big rock, little rock. turbulence. You know what happens if we put that there? You backflow everything fucks up. All from that. That's probably what would happen, man. You can probably listen to, let's listen to the difference in sound. It definitely quiets up when you stick this down there. It throws everything to a different direction. It slows the drop off. Everything would raise the back. It's going to definitely raise the level of water behind the rock that we drop in. It's magic. Fuck you. Got us a little cubby hole over here now. It's like if you were trapped in the rapids, that's where you'd want to try and get to before you go over the waterfall. That's your last chance. That's your last chance, cubby, before you go over. The fish eat you. This back here. Right there. What happens? Still got big rock. Maybe create a bigger cubby right there. Sticking up there. God, you hear that? Best just to leave it out, huh? We removed 2 rocks. That's definitely taken down the water level. So that's good. Maybe we can replace all of this. Down in there a little bit, and stack some of these nice pretty ones on top. Your last chance. Oh yeah, I'm in my own play string playing. Exactly what I'm doing. I'm like a big fucking kid, man. I'm telling you. Kid with cash. Nothing worse. Kid with cash. All the things I wanted to do as a kid, you know? Boom. Yeah, we don't need that there. We like the free flow. We'll save that for later. We don't need it, we don't need it. No need to force feed it into the system. I know we need to put some water in the system. That's for sure. That's the reservoir down there. What's up, Redbone? It's Redbone. He showed up. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Redbone is my buddy. We saved him. He showed up here on the property. First time I saw Redbone, he was running across down there in the field. He was skin and bones, won't you, boy? The old hunting dog just ran off. And he found me, and I set a bowl of food down there for him. And you ain't gone since, huh? Here to stay. Here to stay. Sleeps in my damn bed now. Don't you? You and Johnny, you making jealous Johnny. I know he's looking at us. Let's go over here and look at our plants real quick. These are outdoors. These are toxic reds from THC Garage. I'm 6'2", and she's above me. Both of them pretty. Don't let me forget my damn water. And the door's wide open. Don't get distracted. Like leave the hose in the pond and walk away. Don't do that. We've been stealing water out of the pond pretty much all day. So, gotta replenish a little bit. I like the flow. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a nice day. It's a little warmish, but it's nice. I grew up here. Well, I didn't really grow up. Well, as a kid, in my grandparents' place. Moved away, moved back, got married here. Got married here in 2022. So, was that 4 years ago now? So we've been here 4 years this year. And, yeah. Granddad passed away in 2015. Grandma, she's 90. She'll be 95 here in a couple of weeks. She's at a nursing home. And yeah, we took over everything. Bought the property from my mom and my uncle, and here we are. This used to be, I spent many a day in this garage, just not doing this. My granddad's thought he had a shelf here that we cut out. He had a tractor over there, just shit everywhere. You can imagine 65, 70 years of shit. But here we are, 4 years later. Got some crazy shit going on. Granddad walked in, I already can hear it. I can hear it right now. He would go, "What in the fuck?" Just like that. Just like probably what I would say. "What the hell you got going on in here, boy? What is this? What have you done to my garage? Can't put a car, you can't put no tractor in here. What the hell?" Now we can grow tomatoes. That was his favorite thing to do, was grow tomatoes. He sat right over in that corner there and wiped up many a boxes of tomatoes, getting them ready to sell to the farm fresh up the street and Food Lion. He had a little farmer's stand. He'd go to the farmer's market quite a bit when he got older, but he had a farmer's stand when I was a kid. We used to sit out there and sell tomatoes and all kinds of shit, whatever we were growing that year. I used to stay here during the summertime, pick tomatoes, potatoes, dig potatoes, pick peaches, apples, cut grass, you name it. That's what we were doing. Me and my cousin usually were out here. Granddad would pay us $100 a week. We just stay here for the summer, make some money. I was probably 8, 9 years old, 10 years old. Appreciate it, everybody. Yeah, sorry I haven't been paying much. I'm 49. I'll be 50 this year. This is my big 50 year. Yep, I'm being 50 years old. Here, I'll show you my white ass face. Whee! What's up, everybody? Yeah, we got Greg. Oh, there you go. Yep, we are going to be 50. I feel 22 though, especially when I come in here. So I'm good. Quit drinking about 3 years ago. When I was starting to quit when I got married. Like I didn't get drunk on my wedding night, and like that was kind of like almost like my last time really drinking. It was like the night after that. I got fucking hammered, and it was not a pretty sight. I was like, you know what, I'm done with that shit. Too old for that. Too old waking up in the morning feeling like ass. I went straight to the cannabis, and of course I've been smoking cannabis since I was 15. I haven't probably missed a day of cannabis in, well, I don't know when. I can't tell you the last time I missed a day. Why would I miss a day? I ain't having no kids. No kids for me. Me and the wife already decided that a long time ago. Of course, I decided that a long time ago myself. I'm too stubborn and just too active. I want to do my own thing. I'm self-employed. I wanted my business. I just never wanted kids. And to this day, I got nieces, nephews, my brother's kids are grown and married. You know, I'm 50. Why in the world would I want a kid at 50? Good Lord. Why would I want to go to a PTA meeting at 55 and stare at a bunch of 25-year-olds? Look at my white ass face. Looking like damn. Yeah, I would definitely be the coach of the baseball or football team, that's for sure. Be the oldest motherfucker out there. No, I'll stick to the turtles and my Redbone and Johnny. Wife is enough. take care of. Got all this land around here to take care of. I don't need nothing else. Got all you guys on here. Plenty to do. Plenty of kids running around. I'm just glad they can go home when they're done running around. And I can go home and take a bong hit. Alright, I think that's enough. We're good there. Get out of here. Alright, back to normal level. Still see the pump down there, that's good. Clearing up. So we're going to be on Let's Be Bugs tonight. If y'all don't know, Let's Be Bugs at 8 o'clock. Tonight's Wednesday. So we'll be Wednesday nights on Let's Be Bugs podcast. And Thursday evening, 6 o'clock, we'll be on my channel here with Agro Soil. Starting our new show, our first episode of Soil Discoveries with Agro Soil. And basically me and Mo on the hunt for microbes. And we're going to break shit down and then hopefully get some guests on, some really high, good people who really know microscopy. Like, I really hope to talk to Matt Powers one day. That would be like the person I would want to talk to the most. And Mo happens to know Matt, so hopefully one day we can get Matt on there, go over some microscope stuff and get educated. Should be fun though. I love looking at microscope stuff. It's really eye-opening when you can really see it, see what's going on, and then have people know what they're looking at, tell you what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's very important to not just be able to look at it, but to actually know what you're looking at and know what it's doing. And you know, Dr. Elaine Ingham has been researching this, and she's taught people how to use a microscope. And let me tell you, these citizen scientists out there, they ain't no dummies. They can figure out some stuff. A system like this will be able to really just dial in whatever we want. Like if I want more water somewhere, I can pull it in there. The biology and the creek and in the pond, constant flow. You got to look at that as a constant compost tea. We're vortexing water. There's a lot of quantum physics going on in here that you could just start picking apart and being like, holy shit, there's a lot more to this than you could ever imagine. Like these plants are so much more smarter than we are. They're on another level of intelligence. These guys run on quantum. This is quantum shit over here. This is not, human stuff. These guys have figured out how to turn light into sugar, for God's sakes. I mean, they're literally slowing down light beams, photons, and catching it and turning it into all kinds of good stuff. If it weren't for these, we wouldn't be here. I'm out here burrito. As much as I talk, they love it. They love it when I talk because I'm producing CO2 and they enjoy it. They perk up. Next thing we'll be getting bird chirps going on in here. Bird chirping in the morning to have them perk up even more. And the science is crazy on that shit, I'm telling you. Bird sounds in the morning. Makes me feel good. A fucking rooster going off in the morning at 5:30. Time to get up. bitches. It'll be funny coming in here early and have roosters crowing, birds chirping, waterfall going, with the whole 9 yards. Alright, I don't think we got anything else to do, boys and girls. I think we're done for the day. We pretty much cleaned out. We got that. We removed the rock. We got the flow. I mean, I like the waterfall there. Except that rock up there, that changed everything. So that's good. Put water in the pond. We planted seed. I still haven't popped any of the other seeds. The other seeds are just sitting outside. Figured it'd be better to pop them outside since it's so nice out there. Just keep them wet and hopefully they pop. They should. What are you guys doing? Hey, Plinko. See you, Plinko. Yeah, appreciate it, Galaxy. We'll see you later on, and hope everybody has a great rest of your day. And we'll see you on Let's Be Buds, and we'll see you tomorrow here at 6 o'clock. We'll be live in the garden again with Mo and Agro Soul for our first episode, number 1. So it should be good. Come join us tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Peace.